Hey, it's Candace from Little Steps Big Happy. I share health and fitness tips for moms. So today I wanted to talk about something that I have found personally to be really key in losing weight, maintaining a healthy weight, kind of working towards any of my health or fitness goals. But it's one that I kind of get a little bit of resistance from when I talk to people about it. And it's all about meal planning. And for some reason, people just don't want to do it like you suggested. Maybe in their minds, they think like, oh, that's kind of a good idea. But nobody wants to sit down and take the time to do it. And I don't know if maybe it just feels like such a simple thing that's going to take up time, but you really don't see the point of it. I'm not quite sure. But if you have ever thought to yourself that I would like to lose some weight, boy, I wish this area of my body looked better. I need to, I wish my clothes fit better. I wish I was more comfortable. Like, this is such a useful tool to reach any of those goals. Like, for me, it was, a total game changer. I mean, the real reason I started meal planning back in the day was to save money on my grocery bill. But when I started using that and focusing that towards making better eating choices and how that was going to help me, I mean, it kind of became almost night and day, really, the progress I started seeing when I started doing it. So I want to talk about kind of 3 different meal planning options that I've found to be useful, and then I really just want to kind of go over like why it's so effective. So the very first one, and this is where I started back in the day, was planning out my dinners for the week. And like I said, like I originally started doing this to save money on my grocery bill. Like if I had a plan and I only bought what I needed for that week, I spend a lot less money. And so if you're trying to eat healthier, you want to stick to a better diet, plan out what you want to eat that week and buy the food for that at the grocery store. And even just that and sticking to that plan and having a plan in mind is really helpful. So you can plan out your dinner for the week. Kind of the next stage from that is to plan out your dinners for the week and then add in some options for your other meals throughout the day. So make sure, put on your list, what are 3 breakfast things that you know that you like, that are healthy, gonna help you reach your goals. Just buy some of that. Even if you don't specifically know which day you want to eat what or whatever, having those items on hand and thinking ahead of time, if hey, omelets are a great option for me, I like that, make sure you have enough eggs that week to make omelets. You don't want to be thinking halfway through the week, I don't have anything good to eat. I don't have anything healthy to eat. I wanted to do good today. I woke up feeling motivated and I don't have what I need to eat a healthy breakfast. Plan that out ahead of time at the beginning of the week. So that's kind of option 2, is where you plan out your specific meals maybe, and then you just make sure that you have good options for breakfast and lunch. And then the third one, and this is the one that I do now, and this is really the one that took me from almost I look at dabbling with staying on track with my health, and then really full force going for it. We're making progress, we're seeing progress, we're getting results type of thing. And that's creating a 24-hour plan. And so what that is I wake up in the morning and I decide what I'm going to eat this whole day. And I take into account my schedule, I take into account where I'm going, what I'm doing, how much time do I have to cook, am I going out, assuming we're not under quarantine. You know what I mean? I look at all of that and I'm like, okay, what do I want to eat today? What are the foods that I'm realistically going to have available that I'm going to want to eat? What are the best choices that I can make to kind of help me reach my goals while still being realistic about what I'm going to do? So today, for example, I woke up and it was okay, what do I want to have today? Well, I know I have lentil soup in the fridge. I have shepherd's pie in the fridge and baked oatmeal. Okay, that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I know that the middle of the day, them snack cravings hit and I'm going to want something. And so, hey, you know what? I'm okay if I eat some crackers today. So crackers are going on my list. And that's my plan. And it literally takes me 4 minutes, but that's 4 minutes I put in the beginning of my day, and dude, the rest of the day, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to be like, well, what am I feeling? Well, what's in the fridge? Well, how long is this going to take me to make? Nope, none of that thought process, because I spent 4 minutes this morning being like, hey, you know what? These meals will help me reach my goals. I like them. I'm realistically going to want to eat them. That's what I'm going to have. And so, like, I'll tell you right now, I go throughout my day and I'm getting kind of hungry for lunch. I don't have to sit there and think, well, what do we have? I don't go look in the fridge. I don't go look at the pantry. And then I'm tempted by the graham crackers that are sitting there that one of my children left open that I really like. Nope, don't even go there. You know what I do? I pick up my phone. I look at my phone. I'm like, oh, you know what? I had already decided this morning when I had some good intentions for myself, I'm going to have some shepherd's pie. So I go make some shepherd's pie. I heat that up and I'm good to go. So it doesn't take long. And I don't know if sometimes people think like, I'm going to have to sit here, it's going to take me forever. Like, really, it doesn't. I spend maybe a grand total of 4 minutes at the longest doing my 24-hour plan. And then when I sit down and I plan out our food for the week, it probably takes me like, including looking up recipes and making my grocery list, about 20 minutes. Because, I mean, one, you know, we're not super original over here, so we tend to kind of rotate between the same meals, give or take, every 4 weeks or so. So it's too easy for me to have a list. We liked a meal, it was healthy, goes on the list. And so when it's time to meal plan, here's my list of foods that my family likes, that I know help me reach my goals. We just plug and play. What have we not had in a while? Throw that on the list. And then again, check the pantry and the fridge. What ingredients do I have? Check the recipes, make my list, and I'm done. And it saves, like, I don't have to be like, oh my God, everybody's hungry. What are we going to eat? I don't feel like cooking. It's been a long day. My husband's sitting here talking about frozen pizzas. Like, I don't have to deal with all of that because I already decided ahead of time what I'm going to do. So really, the number one benefit is that you will stay on track so much better with your diet. Like, if you put a plan in place, you have something to refer to whenever you're like, well, what am I going to eat? It's always there. You know exactly what to do. So you don't have to sit there and try to think, well, what can I have that's healthy? Well, what do we have? Like, all of that is gone. And so you're not going to be tempted as much because you've already got a plan in place. You know exactly what to do. All you can do is just go refer to your plan. The second thing, and this one has been really key for me kind of over the long time, like since I very beginning back when I started, is that you don't have to stress about what you're going to feed everybody. Like, my family has 5 people in it, and, you know, 4 out of the 5 hit the hangry zone when it's time to eat, and it's not on time. And so worrying about what I'm going to feed people is a real thing for me. Like, I'm really like, okay, children, they need to be fed, right? Husband needs to be fed. I need to be fed. Worrying about what everybody's going to eat becomes a problem when I don't have a plan, because everybody's asking me, somebody's melting down, somebody's losing their mind, somebody's getting grumpy, and all of that stress and anxiety is coming at me if people need to eat and they don't eat on time. I don't know if any of y'all can relate, but hungry does not go down well in my house. So planning that out, knowing exactly what we're going to do, like, hey, here's what we're eating, here's when we're eating, like, either you can make it or it's coming. That's a lot of stress and anxiety and kind of off my plate. It's one less thing that I have to think about after a long day. I don't have to wonder. I don't have to worry. I don't have to try to think when my children have like moved into my brain because they won't stop talking to me and it just feels melted. I don't have to worry about thinking about what I'm going to eat. I don't have to worry about my good intentions going out the window because I'm too tired or stressed or exhausted or whatever to try to figure this out at the end of a long day. It's already done. Like, it's so hard for me to communicate the relief that I feel when all I have to do is execute a plan. All I have to do is execute. I did the thinking ahead of time, and that is no longer taking up space in my brain. It's oh my goodness, it's so freeing to just know, like, okay, I don't have to think about this. And I mean, I don't know if any of y'all can relate to this, but sometimes, like, I just feel like I can't have one more thing that I have to think about, one more thing that I have to figure out, or be responsible for making happen. And I mean, absolutely, the food is my thing, like that. And in our household, in our family, that's my job. And so when I can just kind of make that easier and stay on track with my healthy habits, I mean, oh my goodness, like that's priceless. So, I mean, broke my leg, we still had a meal plan. You know what I mean? Like, if I am conscious, we have a meal plan every week. Even the times that I'm not even 100% on my 24-hour plan, because I mean, hey, I'm human, and there are days where it slips my mind, I forget, I wake up and like forget it, I'm not doing it. By the way, I always regret those days. But even when I don't do those, I always do my weekly plan. I always make sure that there are healthy options available. So that, because I know, even after the days that I wake up and I'm like, this sucks, I'm not doing it, the next day when I wake up and I'm like, okay, I didn't like how yesterday went, I need to get back on track, I have prepared myself to be able to do that easily. That's another thing. Look at that. I came up with a whole other benefit. When you have a meal plan, even if you deviate from it, you have set yourself up for success to get back on track. It's that much easier to get back on track. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all know, but sometimes like you're going good, things happen, and then you're like, how do I get back? How do I get back? This is like step one for how to get back on track is you plan yourself. You set yourself up for success with a plan. And it can make all the difference, y'all. It has made all the difference for me. And anybody who I've ever met who was used one has been like, that was so great. It was working so well for me. So if you want to eat healthier, if you want to be less stressed about what to eat or what to feed all your hungry people at home, I highly, highly suggest that you make a meal plan, either a weekly one just for your dinners, a weekly one where you kind of have good options for every meal of the day, or even a 24-hour one. If you really want to kind of see consistent progress, I mean, it can make such a difference for y'all. It could, be like the start of your amazing success. Okay, that was my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.